Hey, in this video tutorial, I'm going to speak about how to manage your leave, accruals, and PTO setup. So let's jump right into it. To manage your leave and accrual setup, you would need to come to Company and Leave, PTO, and Accrual Setup. Now, once you're on the screen, ensure that you are at the right site. Basically, you can have a leave policy for each and every site, and that's going to vary. So I'm on the Texall site, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Add New. Now, once you do this, this section simulates a leave type, so we will come back to this later. So in the box below, you would need to enter your leave name, and for the purpose of this demo, let's say I'm looking to set up an annual leave. So I'll just go ahead and do that, and I can just give something for reference, so annual leave as per policy. And I want this leave in the total number of days, and it's a paid leave, so that means it's going to get accounted in the time card reports as well as the final timesheet reports. Now you have the option of selecting whether it's the full work duration as per the time template. So let's say your time template says that it's 8 hours of work a day, then this means that if I take 1 day off of annual leave, 8 hours is going to get added to my time card. If you do it as per accounted work duration, then let's say, for example, I work on a holiday, then it's going to account for the total number of hours that I have put in. Next comes something known as the short name, so I'm just going to name this AL, and it applies to both genders. So you have the option on ClockIt to give certain leave types only to certain genders. So that means that I can set up a paternal leave, which is only for male, and maternal leave which is for female. Maternity leave, sorry. Next, I'm going to come to visibility. So it says show this leave balance out to employees, and then comes the important part, which is you need to decide how you would like to give your leaves to all your users. So I want to give this out every month to all my users, and I'm going to say that the accrual starts from this year, that's 2018. Now, ClockIt does support tenured leave as well. So I'm going to say for every user that has greater than 0 years of experience, give them 24 days for the entire year, and the max PTO is also 24 days. And you can click on Add. Now, what this means is that I'm going to start off with 24 days from the day I start work, and I'm going to get a maximum of 24 days. Now, where the max PTO makes a difference is that, let's say, for example, I'm allowed to accrue my leaves over years and carry forward. It means that the maximum that I can have at any given time is 24. Now, if you do have the need to set up other leaves, you can go ahead and do that, other tenure. So I can even say for 10 years plus experience, give the person 30 days, and I'm going to set this as 30 days as well. So I'll just go ahead and click on Add. Now, the weights typically is 1 by default for all users, but let me just very quickly explain this. Certain countries would like to discourage their employees from taking days off on Monday so that they can make it an extended weekend. So how they do that is, if I specify 2 over here, this means if I take an off on Monday, 2 days are going to get deducted as against 1. So that's what weights mean. By default, it's going to remain 1, and you can leave it as is. Now you need to tell ClockIt when the leave accrual is done. Is it at the beginning of the month or is it at the end? Now, typically in our case, it's going to be at the beginning of the month, and I'm going to set it as 0 rollover. This means at the end of the year, even though I have any number of leave bounds, it's not carried forwarded. Unlimited rollover means typically everything that I have is carry forwarded, and we have an option of limited as well. So let's say I have 20 and I set the limit as 10, then only 10 is carry forwarded. So I'm going to set this as 0 for now, and my carry forward timing. So you have the option to set a calendar year. This typically means from any month to plus 12, you're going to get that's going to get accounted as your the leave period. So let's say I do January to December. Every January, I'm going to get my leave is going to get reset, is what it means. You can also set work. You can also set work anniversary. That means that from the date of joining till the next year, I'm going to have that leave bounds. Probation is nothing, but you might want to, some companies say that 90 days out, they're not allowed to take any kind of leave, and the accrual only starts from 9 days. So you can go ahead and set this as well. Now, before I save this, I would like to simulate and see each of my users how the leave looks. Now, if I select my name and I do a show balance, it's going to show the leave accrual status. So typically that means I'm going to get 2.5 for a start, and then it's going to get added. So that's basically 2.5 every month. So let's say now I want to change this to show experience. I can do that as well. So it's going to tell me what's my experience on the calendar. I can even view my joining date if needed. So my joining date is way back, so it's not going to show that. I can show all the accrual days, and I can also show the accrual start. So you can go ahead and set this the way you need it to. Now what I'm going to do is, if I can go ahead and save this, and my leave accrual is set up. So you can see that annual leave is set up over here, and if I click over here, it typically shows which groups have access to this leave type. Now if I come under my profile and I look under leave, vacation and leaves, I should be able to see my annual leave setup, and there it is. So I have 10 days already since we are in April, and I can also make adjustments to this. So let's say I want to deduct 5 over here. I'm going to say annual leave adjustment, and I can say for the leave type that is annual leave, and I'm going to say reduce it by 5, and available from April 1st is when the deduction to take place. And once I save this, you should be able to see my leave balance is reduced. So you can see that that's happened over here. So this is the way the accrual setup is done. Thank you.